compare A and A, both are equal. Again we have to proceed this till we get at least one character or till the string is empty or Q is empty. So how do we find the middle element? Lower bound plus upper bound divided by 2, it gives us the middle element of the given list. A super key is a set of attributes that can uniquely identify a row, but it may contain extra attributes that are not necessary. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. Students, let us continue our discussion with the model question paper 2025-26. Now, in our previous session, we have covered up to the section part C. Now we will continue our discussion with part D of the same question paper. Now in part D, this is you have to answer any 4 questions and it is 5 marks each. So first question is, write the applications of stacks in programming. So this is with respect to stack. We have to write any 4 applications with respect to stack. So here first one is reversing a string and redo undo in text editor while browsing the web using back button on the browser and evaluation of arithmetic expression. So these are the 4 different applications with respect to stack. Next question is, write an algorithm to check whether the string is palindrome or not using DQ. DQ is nothing but double-ended Q. So here what is a palindrome? If you look at the string, if you read a string from left to right and right to left, it should be the same. Then it is termed as a palindrome. So let us do this with the help of DQ or double-ended Q. In double-ended Q, it is possible to insert element at both the end, either insert front or delete front or insert rear or delete rear. So with the help of this, we can do this example. So what is the algorithm for this? First, start traversing a string, that is the given string is madam, for example. So here is madam. From left side, a character at a time means we have to traversing means we have to read the character from at a time here. MADAM, we have to start reading from first. Insert the character in the DQ as a normal queue using insert rear. So here you know what is the front end and rear end of this queue. So here we have to insert the letter or the character M to the DQ. Now repeat step 1 and 2. This is step 1 and 2 for all character for string madam. So we have at the beginning we have to start traversing or reading from left to right. Then each character we have to insert this character at the rear point of DQ. Now these two has to be repeated. So this is the front end and this is the front here. Insert front, insert rear. Next slide. In step 4, remove one character from the front and one character from the rear end of the DQ using delete front operation and deletion rear. So we have to consider, if you look at the string here, for example, this is a string. If you look at this, the MADAM, this is one of the string here. After removing all the elements, we have to repeat the steps. Repeat this step 1 and 2 till the end of the string. After that, with the help of deletion rear and deletion front, we have to delete these 2 elements. In the sense, in this example, we have to delete M and M from both the ends of the DQ. Then status of DQ after removing one character from both the ends means after deleting these 2 from both the ends, then we are left with ADA as the given string here. So this is ADA, rear point and front point. So next one is match these 2 removed characters. If they are same, then repeat step 4 and 5. The step 4 and step 5, it has to be repeated. Both the letters or characters are same. In this example, if you delete the first and last character, that is M and M, both are same. So M is equal to M. If that is the case, we have to repeat the steps. So here, if they are same, repeat the step on 4 and 5 till DQ is empty or left with at least one character. So if that is the case, then we can say that string is a palindrome. In this example, first time M and M will be removed. We have to compare those two. So M is equal to M. Then we have to proceed further. Again, in the given string, we are left with ADA. Again, removing A and this A, compare A and A, both are equal. Again, we have to proceed this till we get at least one character or till the string is empty or Q is empty. In that case, we can say that the given string is a palindrome. So this is an example with DQ. Next question. Briefly explain the working of binary search algorithm. One of the searching technique is binary search. Now here, let us see the algorithm. The list must be in ascending or descending order. The first rule or the first constraint is that the list must be in either ascending or descending order. Now find the middle element of the given list. So first step is to find the middle element. Then how do we find the middle element of this? As we know that the index start with 0 and last index is n minus 1. So it is, we say lower bound and upper bound. So index 0 we termed as lower bound and last index n minus 1, it is called, we say, upper bound. So how do we find the middle element? Lower bound plus upper bound divided by 2, it gives us the middle element of the given list. So that is find the middle element. Then if the search element is matched with the middle element of a list, then element is found and exit the program. So the element at the middle point, we are comparing that with the element to be searched or the given element. If both are equal, both are same, then the element is present in the list and we have to exit the program. Otherwise, if the search element is greater than the middle element, and then search for the key element on the right side of the middle element. So here, if the search element is not equal to middle element of the given list, next step is we have to find out whether it is the greater than the middle element or less than the middle element. So if the given element or the key element is greater than the middle element, then we have to start comparing or we have to search in the right side of the given list. That is from middle point till the end of the given list. Then next step is if the search element is less than the middle element. So one more option is if the search element or the key element might be less than given element. So if the search element is less than the middle element, then search for the key element on the left half of the middle element. So from the left half of the middle element, in the sense from the index 0 till the middle element, we have to search for the key element. So next one is the process is repeated until the lower limit is less than the upper limit. As I told you, the index 0 is a lower limit and n minus 1, the last index, that is the upper limit. So this process, or we have to repeat this as long as the lower limit must be less than the upper limit. Then it displays the message as element is found or element is not found. So this is the algorithm or working of binary search. We'll go for next question. What is a key in relational database? Explain types of keys. So this is very important question. So here, what is a key? Key in a relation database is an attribute or set of attributes in a table that is used to uniquely identify a record in the table. So what is the definition of a key in a RDBMS or relational database? In a table, it is used to uniquely identify a record in a table. And key ensures that no two rows have the same value for the key attribute and help maintain data integrity. So this is the definition of keys in a RDBMS. Now, what are different types of key? So here we can see different types of key. First one is primary key. What is the definition of primary key? A primary key uniquely identifies each row in a table and it cannot have null values, and each table can have only one primary key. So this is the definition of primary key. Next one is candidate key. A candidate key is an attribute. Attribute is nothing but a column that can uniquely identify each row in a table. And a table can have multiple candidate keys, but only one chosen as primary key. And even candidate key, it is a unique key, or it uniquely identify a record in a table. But in a table, we can have multiple candidate keys, but only one of them is a primary key. Next one is alternate key. An alternate key is a candidate key. It is nothing but a candidate key. If you say what is a candidate key, it is again is going to uniquely identify a record in a table. It is not chosen as the primary key. As we have seen in the above definition, in a table we can have multiple candidate keys, means all are unique attributes, and one of them is primary key, and other than primary key is termed as an alternate key. Next one is foreign key. A foreign key is an attribute in one table that refers to the primary key of another table. So this is comes into picture with two relations or two tables. If there are two tables, the primary key of one table, is the foreign key of another table. That is the definition of foreign key. Next one is composite key. So what is a composite key? It is a key made up of two or more attributes uniquely identify a row. That is composite key. Then super key. A super key is a set of attributes that can uniquely identify a row, but it may contain extra attributes that are not necessary. This is another definition of a super key. Now look at this diagram, observe this table carefully, so then you can learn the definition of different types of key. And here we have mentioned here, see this is a primary key, and here this is a unique keys, license number and passport number. All these can be primary key or can be alternate key. So all this together is candidate key. And what is super key? Combination of all these forms a super keys. And what is alternative key? Alternative keys are nothing but it is again unique key here. Which one? Which is now selected as a primary key. In the table, we have taken employee ID as a primary key, and other ID, a license number or passport number, it can be an alternate key. Similarly, foreign key. So if you consider there are two tables, two relations here. So this is one table, another table. So primary key of one table is the foreign key of another table. So this is the definition of foreign key. So by looking at this diagram, you can easily remember the definitions of different type of keys in a database. Now let us move on to the next question. Define network topology, explain star and bus topology. Now you know what is a topology. It is nothing but arrangement of computers in a computer network. So it refers to physical or logical arrangement of nodes or nothing but computers or computing devices in a network are termed as nodes and connections in a network. Then let us see what is a star topology. All devices are nothing but nodes are connected to a central device. Usually it is a hub or switch or router. So this is the definition of star topology. If you look at the diagram of this, so this is a hub is a central device to which all other computers or computing devices, it is referred as nodes, are connected to this centralized hub. This is the diagram for star topology. And what are the advantage of this? Easy to install and manage. If one device fails, others are not affected. See, because all these are independently connected to different ports here of the hub. If any problem is one of the computer. For example, if this computer doesn't work or this node does not work, then it is not going to affect the entire network. So all other computers or nodes in network will be functional. That is an advantage of this star topology. Easy to detect faults and failures. And what's the drawback of this? Disadvantages: central node failure disrupt the entire network. Means any problem with the central node or the main hub itself, entire network goes down. Now it requires more cable than bus topology. These are the advantages and disadvantages of star topology. Next, let us see the definition of bus topology. So, what is bus topology? All devices are connected to a single central cable called the bus or the backbone. And here, data is sent by one device, travels along the bus, and can be received by the all devices. Now look at the diagram of this so we can understand easily. So this is the bus topology where all the nodes or computers or computing devices are connected to a centralized cable. This is called backbone cable. So this is the definition of bus topology. And here data sent by one devices travels along the bus and can be received by all the devices. Means any data sent from this computer, so the data will be traveling throughout the cable and it will be received by all the nodes in a computer network. Now, what are the advantages of this? Requires less cable and simple and implement for small network. These are the advantages. And disadvantages: if the main cable fails, the entire network fails. Means as this is the main backbone cable, any problem with this cable or if it cable breaks down, the entire network goes down. So no other nodes are able to communicate among themselves and it is difficult to troubleshoot and performance degrades with more devices. So if we keep on adding more number of computers or computing devices to the network or to the main backbone cable, it decreases the performance. These are the disadvantages of bus topology. We move on to next question. That is, write the properties of radio waves transmission. Now, first one is these are long wavelength, low frequency electromagnetic waves that travel at the speed of light and have properties of both electric and magnetic field. So this radio waves, it works with the properties of electric and magnetic fields and it travels at the speed of light and they can travel long distance, penetrate through some material. Penetrate means it crosses the material. Exhibit properties like reflection, refraction, and diffraction and polarization. Next, transmission involves modulation of these waves to carry information which can be analog or digital signals or in the form of different types of signals. See, these are the few properties of radio wave transmission, unguided medium of transmission. Next one is explain the methods of malware identification used by antivirus software. Now, here answer methods of malware identification. First one is antivirus software uses several techniques to detect and identify malware on a system. The main methods are, here are the following: signature based detection. This is one of the technique and here it compares the files and programs with a database of known malware signatures, means already available programs. It's going to compare the files and programs with existing programs. That is called malware signature. Second one is heuristic analysis. Analyzes the program behavior and code structure to detect suspicious or malicious activities. Next one is behavior-based detection. So it monitors the runtime behavior of the program in real time. So these are different techniques are available or used by this malware program or antivirus program to detect the malware. Next one is cloud-based detection. Files are uploaded to the cloud and scanned using up-to-date malware databases. So here the files are uploaded to the cloud and they are going to scan with the help of malware databases. Next one is sandbox analysis. Suspicious programs are executed in a virtual isolated environment. Means any program, suspicious programs will be executed separately or in a virtual environment. This is one method. Next, we move on to next question, that is section part E. And here we have to answer any 2 questions out of 3 questions. It is also 5 marks question. First one is write the process to sort the following element using insertion sort method. So this is the given list, and here we have to write the step-by-step procedure or one iteration to next iteration as the answer. So here step 1, given list is 80, 60, 20, 40, 50 and 10 here. So insertion sort. First step is consider 60. The element is 60 and the second element. So from here I am going to compare with 80. So I am comparing 80 and 60. 60 is less than 80. Shift 80 to the right. Means we have to shift 80 to the right and 60 comes to this position. So here at the end of the first iteration, we can say that insert 60, 60, 80, 20, 40, 50 and 10. So this is insertion sort. We are inserting the element at its position. Now second iteration or step 2. Now consider 60, 80, 20. So here the third element is 20. I am comparing the 20. So here 80, 20. Here 20 is less than 80. So we have to shift 80 to this side. So accordingly, at the end of this, here 20, 60, 80. Again, here observe this, 20 is less than 60. Again, we would have to shift 60 to the right side. So 20 comes to this position. So from here, third element comes to this position at the end of step 2 or second iteration. In the next iteration or in the next step 3, now next element is 40. See here the second element, third. Now I am comparing the fourth element, that is 40. So 40 is less than 80. We have to shift the 80. 40 is less than 60 and so we have to shift 60. 40 is greater than 20. Insert after 20. If you observe the given list, so at the end of step 2, this is the status. So here 40. Here 40 is less than this. We are moving 80 this side, 40 this side. Again 40 is less than 60. Again it come to this position. So we are inserting 40 at this position, and because 20 is greater than 40. So we have to insert 40 at this index or at this position. Accordingly, at the end of the iteration 3, this would be the status of the given list. Now step 4, consider this list and next element is 50. Now again compare 50. 50 is less than 80. It has to be shift to this point, and again this 60, this 50 is less than 60. It has to be shift to this position, and here 40 is greater than 50. So we have to insert the element 50 at this position. So accordingly, the end of iteration 4, step 4, this is the status of the given list: 20, 40, 50, 60, 80 and 10. Now in the next step, we are comparing the last element, that is 10. We are comparing the 10. So 10 is, if you compare step by step, the 10 is smaller than all the elements given here. See, 10 is smaller than this is smaller than this, again smaller than this, smaller than 40 and even smaller than 20. So finally, after comparing with each and every element, we have to shift the 10 to the first index or zero index. So at the end of fifth iteration, the elements are arranged in ascending order. So this is the procedure or technique of insertion sort. Next, we move on next question 43. Consider the marks scored by students in a subject given. Calculate the statistical technique for the following. We have to find out the techniques, statistical technique. First one, find the range of the marks given here, as well as have to find out the standard deviation of the marks given in the question. So first one is a range of the marks. The formula is maximum value minus minimum value. In this example, maximum value is 95, minimum value is 70. So difference of this is 25. 25 is the range of this given list or given values. Next one is we have to find the standard deviation. To find the standard deviation, we are going to find out the mean, nothing but average. What is the average of the given list? So these are the x bar, we say it is sum of all the things divided by 7, because there are 7 values in the given list. Because there are 7 values given in the question. So 595 divided by 7, this is 85. This is the mean of the given values. Next, we have to find the standard deviation. So we are going to have the table like this. In the table, this is the given marks, given values. We are writing in the same order. And now we are going to find out this is x minus x bar, that is 90 is the value minus 85. By 85 is the mean of the values given. So we have to find out, say these are the values we have got here. Next, this one is the square of the number. So here we are, next column is to find the square of this. 5 square is 25. It goes like this. 10 square is 100, 100, 0 and 25. These are the 3 columns, or these are the table. Next one is we have to sum of square differences. Means we have to find the sum of these values. It is 500. And what is the variance? That is 500 divided by 7. It means there are 7 values divided by 7. You will get 71.43. Now standard deviation is square root of this number. So it is square root of this number. It is 8.45. So this is standard deviation for the given values in the question. So this is standard deviation. The last question is write the appropriate SQL query for the following. These are the table given in the question. We have to write the queries for the questions given. So first one is add the constraint primary key for STURAG column of the above table. So this is a table given. So we have to add primary key to this column, that is STURAG. What is the solution for this? The query, it will be alter table student, name of the table is student, add constraint, this is name of the constraint, and here primary key comma bracket STURAG, means we are going to add primary key to the column or to attribute STURAG. Now second question is find the average marks of all the students. So if you look at the marks given here, these are the marks given. We have to find out the average of all the marks of the students. So for that, query would be select average. AVG is a function, inbuilt function of marks as average marks from student. So here we are using average function, a built-in function in SQL to find out the average marks from the table. That is, student is the name of the table. Next question is add 5 marks for the student with register number is equals to STU001. That is the question. The query will be. So what is the meaning of the question? Means we are going to add to this register number, you have to add 5 marks to this student or to this register number. So accordingly, the query would be update. We are using update command. Update student is the name of the table, set marks equals to marks plus 5, and we are using where class, where condition, where STURAG equals STU00 underscore 001. So this is the query for the to add 5 marks to the register number STU00_001. Next question is display all the records in the order highest to lowest marks. Means we have to display the marks. So the query select star from the student order by, we are using order by class, order by marks DSC means descending order. Next question is remove all the records of the table whose marks less than 93. So for this query is delete from student table name where condition is marks is less than 93. So these are the answers for the question with respect to SQL. Dear students, so far we have discussed the model question paper of 2025-26 of the subject computer science from the pre-university board. Let us continue our discussion in my next session. Thank you very much.